Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be talking about the recent controversy that has been surrounding DaBaby. He's a rapper. If you don't know, DaBaby is a rapper. Basically, during his performance at the Rolling Loud Festival, he made some questionable remarks, some remarks that were interpreted by a lot of people as homophobic, stigmatizing people with HIV or AIDS, and honestly, in my interpretation, a little bit sexist. I'm not even gonna lie. I figured for today's video, it could be kind of fun to look at the whole situation, listen to what he said, look at the responses that he's gotten, and just talk about it. So I post new videos twice a week here on my channel, so go ahead and subscribe if you are not already and you would like to be. I'll wait for you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Are you done? Thank you very much. Make sure to follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok to keep as up to date with me as possible. And yeah, with no further ado, let's get right into today's DaBaby video. So a lot has happened surrounding this controversy, surrounding this whole conversation. So I figured we could go through everything in chronological order, you know, a little timeline moment. So July 25th was the Rolling Loud concert in Miami, Florida. If you don't know, I've never been there. Music festivals always seem so fun to me, but also so terrifying. Just the amount of people there is intimidating to me, but looked fun. Anyways, during DaBaby's performance, he made some very problematic remarks. You know what? I'll just play the video. I don't want to have to explain what he said, so take a look for yourself.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas,
lights up.
Fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in the air.
Let's be real about this shit.
Yeah, keep it fucking real.
Some of y'all niggas suspect as a motherfucker. Let's be real.
You know at concerts how the artists will be like, oh, if you're a bad bitch, put your light up. Like, I want to hear all the bad bitches, blah, 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 blah. It kind of reminds me of that. It gives me that vibe. So I would say there's probably a good 3 statements, a good 3 qualifying factors on whether or not he wants you to put your phone up. I know it's kind of silly to go through this as like an analysis, I guess you would say, but the first little statement, the first little qualifying factor for what he said was, if you didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks, put your cell phone light up. Basically saying if you don't have HIV, if you don't have AIDS, then I fuck with you. Put your light up. Come on, let's see it. And on the flip side of that, if you have been diagnosed with HIV, if you do have AIDS, then I don't fuck with you. It may sound silly because I know he's just an artist performing at a concert, but by saying this, he's placing shame on those people that have been diagnosed with HIV or AIDS. Shame that leads people that are affected by HIV to have worse mental health or experience discrimination from people who, for the same reasons, think of having HIV as something that is shameful. Also kind of mixed into this first little statement, he says those deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll kill you in 2 or 3 weeks. This is just not true. I mean, at least for HIV or AIDS, it does not kill you in 2 or 3 weeks. Like, that's just false. Today's drugs allow people who have HIV or even AIDS to live much longer, normal, and productive lives. If you start drug treatment right away and take it correctly, it's possible you won't ever develop AIDS, and you may live as long as you would have without the virus. Not only is he shaming people who have HIV or AIDS, but he's spreading misinformation about those people as well. Now, the second statement that he said, I feel like a lot of people kind of breezed by this part. It wasn't really mentioned in a lot of the posts about this situation that I saw. The second qualifying statement that he says is, if your pussy smells like water, put your light up. Again, implying that if it doesn't, he doesn't fuck with you. This is so silly to try to talk about because he's saying such ridiculous things, but similarly, this is placing shame on people whose body parts don't smell like water, which is ironic because in reality, practically nobody smells like water. Of course, if there is a strong odor coming from that area, that might be indicative of something wrong with your health, but a slight smell, a slight odor is completely normal. I'm so sick of men telling women that they smell down there. Like those jokes like, oh, it smells fishy in here, close your legs. Like, dude, when's the last time you even washed your ass? Like, please shut the fuck up. Finally, the third statement, and the statement that was deemed the most homophobic of them all, and I would agree, it is obviously the most homophobic. Fellas, if you didn't suck dick in the parking lot, put your light up. And then you can even hear his hype man or whatever that dude is called say, keep it real, some of you are sus as a motherfucker. I'm laughing because I'm just like uncomfortable and these people are so dumb, not because it's like cute or funny. He says, fellas, talking to the men, fellas means men, if you didn't suck, put your light up. Or if you didn't suck in the parking lot, put your light up. Sorry, not that it makes a difference, but if he hadn't started the sentence off with fellas and if his if his hype man or whatever that dude is called didn't say, keep it real, some of you sus as a motherfucker, he might have been able to play it off like this wasn't a dig at gay people, but those things were said. So we can't. Especially the hype man saying some of you are really sus. Right after DaBaby, I'm just gonna call him Jonathan. I think his name is Jonathan, right? Jonathan? Right after Jonathan says, fellas, if you didn't suck dick in the parking lot, put your light up. And if you don't know, this whole sus joke is basically a joke that's been going around on, I think like TikTok, other social media platforms as well. It's used in a lot of different scenarios and within different contexts. But I think in this context, it's pretty clear that the joke is aimed at men that are acting feminine or suspected of being gay. Sus jokes are taking over social media. From TikTok to Twitter, spreading an anti-homosexual message. The idea behind the joke typically goes like this. A man displays a flamboyant demeanor to depict himself as homosexual or feminine, while people flood the comments calling the man sus or suspect of being gay. And then just a quick example, this is a screenshot from a TikTok that says, eating a banana in a sus way in front of my brother. It's a gay joke. You know what I'm saying? So once the video of Jonathan saying all these things came out, people were obviously very, very upset. People were going off on Twitter saying that he was homophobic, saying that he was, creating stigmas about people with HIV or AIDS, all of which I agree with. But he then took to his Instagram stories or Instagram live, I don't really know which it was. He went to Instagram and tried to defend what he was saying, try to defend his actions. Honestly, just made it worse.
What me and my fans do at the live show, it don't concern you on the internet or you bitter bitches on the internet. It's not y'all business. It'll never translate correctly to somebody looking at a little 5-6 second clip. It just don't work like that. Like me and all my fans at the show, the gay ones and the straight ones, we turn the fuck up. I'm talking about my boy that was at the front of the stage left over there by where I jumped at. Ask him. He got clips all on this shit. The whole night was recording. We were turned the whole night. My boy had the crop top on, front row. I say, if you don't got AIDS, put a cell phone light up. I say, if you ain't sucked dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights up. So I could drop my next song. I wasn't going on no rant. That's called a call to action, because I'm a live performer. I'm the best live performer. I'm the live show killer. You interact with your fans. You get what I'm saying? All the lights went up, gay, straight. You want to know why? Because even my gay fans don't got fucking AIDS, stupid ass. They don't got AIDS. My gay fans, they take care of themselves. They ain't going for that. They ain't no nasty gay. You know what I'm saying? They ain't no junkies. Then I said, if you ain't suck dick in the Rolling Loud parking lot, put your cell phone light up. You know what my gay fans did? Put that motherfucking light up. Because my gay fans, they ain't going for that. They got class. They ain't sucking no dick in no parking lot. You got to get a room, a good one, 5-star hotel for them. Or goddamn, yeah, you got to wait till they go to the crib. Even my gay fans got standards.
He says, what I do at my live show is nobody's business but the crowd. And it'll never translate to the internet. And it just doesn't work like that. AKA, you don't want people to express how what you're doing is wrong or problematic. So you want to keep it in a context that limits the responses that you get from the crowd. Because at a concert venue, in that context, the person hearing what you're saying is not going to have the opportunity to say, hey, what you said was fucked up. The people in the audience at a concert are not going to be able to come up to you afterwards and say, hey, I didn't like what you said in that part. That's just not how it works. Now he's saying, well, I had a gay fan in the crowd. I saw some dude wearing a crop top, so I couldn't have done anything that wrong if he was still there jamming, Just because there was a gay fan there does not mean that what you did was okay. There are tons of gay and trans people, not me, but there are tons of gay and trans people that still eat at Chick-fil-A. That doesn't mean that Chick-fil-A isn't out here donating money to people that are trying to take away rights from trans people. If y'all eat at Chick-fil-A, please stop. There are so many better chicken sandwiches. In the next part, he tries to clarify that he wasn't going on some homophobic rant. He was just trying to introduce the next song and, get the lights to come on. He wasn't saying don't be gay. He was saying to, be classy. Don't suck dick in the parking lot. Make sure that you get a room and suck. Jonathan, if that was true, why did you start with fellas? Why are you only talking to the men? Women don't have to be classy. Women can suck dick in the parking lot. Don't get me wrong. You can suck dick wherever you want. I don't really care. Just don't get caught. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Also, if it wasn't a dig at gay people, can you explain that to your hype man? Because he clearly thought it was when he was, saying that people are acting sus. He shoots himself right in the foot. He's like, I wasn't being homophobic. My gay fans, trust me, they're not the nasty gay people. They aren't no junkies in the street. They don't get HIV. They don't get AIDS. Quite bluntly saying that people with HIV or AIDS are nasty junkies. But I mean, hey, at least he wasn't homophobic, right? Basically, this little apology of his was, in my opinion, nothing more than a big shut the fuck up, I'll do whatever I want. Stop twisting my words. And to solidify that perception of mine, he actually tweeted either the same day or the next day, a few different tweets about the whole situation as well. I tell fans to put on a cell phone light in the air. Y'all start a million man march. I told you y'all digested that wrong, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm impressed. Now show this same amount of support when a racist cop kill one of our black ass. He tries to say that we misunderstood, even though like we heard it. It was very clear. And then he tries to switch the conversation to something that is also bad, of course, but completely unrelated. And the next tweet he says, anybody who done ever been affected by AIDS/HIV, y'all got the right to be upset. What I said was insensitive, even though I have no intentions on offending anybody. So my apologies. But the LGBT community, I ain't tripping on y'all, do you? Y'all business is y'all business. We finally got an apology for something. Is it authentic? Who knows? He does offer his apologies, you know, whether or not he actually is sorry. It's hard to say, but he does say that he's sorry. But the second half of the tweet though. But the LGBT community, I ain't tripping on y'all, do you? Y'all business is y'all business. AKA, I didn't do anything to you. Like, okay, you did though, but I mean, I guess we can pretend that we didn't all see what you said on camera. That's fine. I hate when people try to say that they're not homophobic by saying your business is your business. It's kind of like saying, you know, it's fine, you do what you want behind closed doors. Suggesting that it's okay to be gay as long as that person does not have to see it, or it doesn't impact their lives, or, you know, they don't have to be respectful of it. Jonathan tweets off another completely unrelated topic and says, and for any brands, networks, or artists that like to profit off of black rappers' influence on the culture, without understanding it or having the patience to deal with what comes with the position we play in our culture, keep your money next time. We're human too. Like what? Like, what are you talking about? In his final apology tweet, he says, other than that, y'all cheer the fuck up and be proud of who you are, because you can't make me feel less of myself. Aside from that, and then he tweets out some concert dates and where to get tickets for them. We love a little shameless self-promo. No, we don't. No, we don't. Jonathan, no, we don't. All in all, I'd say this was a good apology. I'm full of jokes today. I'm just kidding. No, it's not. I know this is quite a trendy word right now, but he's literally gaslighting us. He's saying, I wasn't talking about gay people. I was just saying don't suck dick in the parking lot because you have to be classy. Like, no. That's not what happened. We saw you on camera. We heard what you said. He doesn't apologize for the part about women's bodies or for shaming gay men. And the shred of an apology that we do get is extremely brief and doesn't show that he actually understands why what he said was wrong or harmful. And on top of that, the whole apology is completely washed out because of the self-promo for me. Like, even Elton John was pissed. Like, you pissed off Elton John. You done did something wrong. Elton took to Twitter and said, we have been shocked to read about the HIV, misinformation, and homophobic statements made at a recent DaBaby show. This fuels stigma and discrimination and is the opposite of what our world needs to fight the AIDS epidemic. Period. He then goes on to tweet out a bunch of different facts about HIV, which I do feel like I want to read for you guys because might as well share some accurate information. HIV has affected over 70 million people globally, men, women, children, and the most vulnerable people in our communities. In America, a gay black man has a 50% lifetime chance of contracting HIV. Stigma and shame around HIV and homosexuality is a huge driver of this vulnerability. We need to break down the myths and judgments and not fuel these. You can live a long and healthy life with HIV. Treatment is so advanced that with one pill a day, HIV can become undetectable in your body so you can't pass it on to other people. Homophobic and HIV mistruths have no place in our society and industry, and as musicians, we must spread compassion and love for the most marginalized people in our communities. A musician's job is to bring people together. Shout out to you. Even after this, even after numerous other celebrities coming out and, you know, saying things about DaBaby's statements, he didn't say anything. And in fact, was basically tweeting out, bragging about how unbothered he was by this whole situation. And honestly, because it's happened so many times in the past, it felt like, you know, he wasn't going to have to face any consequences. People were just going to be like, well, I still like his music, so I'm still going to listen to him. Like, I'm still going to go to his concert and give him money. You know, just another rapper doing horrible things and getting away with it. But then a couple days passed and Lollapalooza tweets, Lollapalooza was founded on diversity, inclusivity, respect, and love. With that in mind, DaBaby will no longer be performing at Grant Park tonight. They canceled him. He got canceled by Lollapalooza. He said, y'all can't cancel me. Lollapalooza said, huh? Come again? They said, I can't do huh? And then the next day, the Governor's Ball's Twitter tweets out, Founders Entertainment does not and will not tolerate hate or discrimination of any kind. We welcome and celebrate the diverse communities that make New York City the greatest city in the world. Thank you to the fans who continue to speak up for what is right. Along with you, we will continue to use our platform for good. And they tweeted out an updated set list that no longer included DaBaby. They didn't even say DaBaby's no longer going to be performing. They just tweeted out an updated set list. They're like, he's not there, don't look. Loved it. I loved it. And then the same day as Governor Ball's tweet, Day in Vegas puts on their Instagram, DaBaby will no longer be appearing at Day in Vegas 2021. That's it. That's it. Wiped him from the set list, said he's no longer coming, sorry. It would have been a little bit better if they had said why, you know, like how Lollapalooza said, we strive for inclusivity, diversity, and we don't support what he has said. They were just simply like, no, he's not coming. We don't know him, which I mean is better than nothing. I'll give him that. Hi everyone. I know you can't see me right now, but after filming and editing this video, a few other things came out about DaBaby that I definitely wanted to include in this video. I mentioned that his performances at Lollapalooza, the Governor's Ball, and Day in Vegas were canceled, but apparently he is also no longer playing the Can't Wait live benefit concert in Philadelphia or the Park Life Festival in Manchester, England this September. So in total, 5 of DaBaby's shows have been canceled. And also, Boohoo Man, a clothing line that DaBaby has a collection with, tweeted out, Boohoo Man condemns the use of homophobic language and confirm we will no longer be working with DaBaby. Diversity and inclusion are part of the Boohoo Group's DNA, and we pride ourselves on representing the diverse customers we serve across the globe. We stand by and support the LGBTQ+ community, and we do not tolerate hate speech or discrimination in any form. Boohoo Man. Also, I totally missed it, but apparently he posted a music video on the 28th, right around the same time as his initial quote-unquote apologies. Not only did he hold up a sign that said AIDS, I don't really know what the whole point of this was. I think it was just a reference to some of the lyrics. But then at the end showed a little shot of some rainbow letters that read, "Don't fight hate with hate." And then below that was another statement that said, "My apologies for being me the same way you want the freedom to be you." In other words, if you want me to accept you for being gay, you have to accept me for being outwardly homophobic or, you know, stigmatizing of people with HIV. Yeah, I just wanted to include that, but yeah. Now back to the original video. After 3 music festivals canceled his performances, I think Jonathan started to understand that he fucked up. He posted on his Instagram grid, not his story, not his live, the actual grid that lives forever. He posted, "Social media moves so fast that people want to demolish you before you even have the opportunity to grow, educate, and learn from your mistakes. As a man who has had to make his way from very difficult circumstances, having people I know publicly working against me, knowing that what I needed was education on these topics and guidance has been challenging. I appreciate the many people who came to me with kindness, who reached out to me privately to offer wisdom, education, and resources. That's what I needed, and it was received. I want to apologize to the LGBTQ+ community for the hurtful and triggering comments I made. Again, I apologize for my misinformed comments about HIV/AIDS, and I understand education on this is important. Love to all. God bless. DaBaby." I have some thoughts. Not like thoughts, but like thoughts. He starts off by saying that we didn't give him the chance to learn or to grow from his mistake, and that he really appreciates the people that were kind to him and reached out with compassion and, you know, offered him education on the topics. And I will say that he then did offer an apology to the LGBT community for the, what did he say? Hurtful and triggering comments he made. And he as well apologized for the comments on HIV or AIDS. Again, it's my little nail drum roll. I agree that people on social media can sometimes be way too aggressive. Absolutely. But at the same time, it's like, I really can't blame them. Jonathan, you are 29 years old. You are an A-list celebrity living in 2021. It is fully your job to unlearn your homophobic and sexist prejudice. And like, if you don't want to, if you would rather be outwardly problematic at one of the largest music festivals in the world, that is fully your right to do so. However, I completely understand how the LGBT community and how people who have been diagnosed with HIV or AIDS would be pissed and would be going off at you on social media. You are directly feeding the stigmas that are hurting them. Stigmas that imply that being gay is shameful and acting feminine is suspect. Stigmas that say that people with HIV are dirty or have been given a death sentence. Stigmas that lead to worse mental health, increased rates of homelessness, lack of employment opportunities, lack of support from family members. Stigmas that make people with HIV suffer in silence because they're too ashamed to get tested. So yeah, you can complain about how people are being unfair to you. At this point, you should know better. Now, am I saying to attack Jonathan relentlessly? Of course not. The best thing to do in situations like these is to talk about why what was said is harmful and hope that they will listen and learn. If they do, great. If not, I think canceling their concerts is a great idea. Like, say you have a corporate office job and you say something outwardly homophobic. The first time you're probably gonna get in a bit of trouble. You're gonna be told you can't say those things, you're gonna be told why it's wrong, and you're gonna be told not to do it again. If you do it again, you're gonna get fired. Or at least you should, in my opinion. So yeah, do I think that Jonathan is sorry? I don't know. I have no idea. I will say that I really do hope that he has learned from this, and judging by the fact that he probably lost a lot of money from those 3 canceled festival performances, he's hopefully given it, you know, at least a little bit more thought. But yeah, everyone, that's pretty much all I want to say on this situation, on this little controversy, if you will. I feel like it's not really a controversy. I feel like people are all like, yeah, that was fucked up. Let me know in the comments down below what you all think of this situation. Do you think that what he said was homophobic? Do you think that it was messed up? Do you think that it was fine? Let me know. Like I said, I post new videos twice a week here on my channel, so make sure to subscribe if you are not already and you would like to be. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up down below. It really helps out my channel a lot, so I really appreciate it. But yeah, other than that, I think I'm going to go. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.